You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
What's the ESPN breaking news sound? Is it like, da-na-na? Is that it?
I need you to do that one more time. Is it like what?
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Like, that's the best.
All right, I wasn't sure the first time it didn't come out right, but yeah, da-na-na, da-na-na, for sure.
So, ESPN breaking news, or just major breaking news in general. The Miami Dolphins have traded for Denver Broncos pass rusher Bradley Chubb. It's a move which I want to say we kind of saw coming. Before we really delve into everything, Mr. Charlie Touche, how are you?
Hey, man, it's Go Time Dolphins. Real quick update. Charlie Touche, Kadeem Simmons, breaking news. Bradley Chubb is coming to the Miami Dolphins. We probably should get our graphics people up on everything right now as we speak. But, I mean, the terms of the trade is as follows. Bradley Chubb to the Miami Dolphins with a 2025 fifth-round pick. And going out is San Francisco's first-round pick of 2023, Miami Dolphins' fourth-round pick of 2024, and running back Chase Edmonds. Those are the details. As of right now, it is still an hour and a half left up to the trade deadline, so something else can happen. You wonder if losing a running back means you acquire one. Not going to throw a name out there, but who knows what happens. So you wonder what happens.
Off my chest.
And then not only that, Kadeem, we just recorded with OJ McDuffie. And during the episode, we were recording and OJ McDuffie asked us what we thought would happen. So you're going to get a double dose of GTD today, maybe a triple dose. Who knows? We still got an hour and a half left. So, yeah, man, what did you make of the trade when you heard about it? It's on TV now. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. Phones blowing up.
So last week, prior to Denver playing in London, there were rumors that if the Broncos lost, they were going to trade Bradley Chubb. The Broncos won, and we said on the Lions review episode that probably means that Denver are kind of shutting it down. They won. They're going to keep Judy, keep Chubb. Tuesday turns around, and you're still kind of hearing whispers of Bradley Chubb potentially going to Miami or like that, or Bradley Chubb Miami. The Broncos and the Dolphins were talking about Chubb. And I saw someone, I can't remember who it was, basically say the fact that there's so much to this trade sounds like the picks side of it is fine. It's going to be, can Chubb and Miami work out a long-term deal? Because or get it so that Chubb, falls under the salary cap and stuff like that. So at that point, I kind of felt like it was going to be a matter of if not when, or when not if, whether it works. Mm-hmm. And like you said, we've kind of speculated about another running back coming in because it seems Edmonds very quickly, I wouldn't say fell down the pecking order or the depth chart since being brought in free agency, but it's clear that that move hasn't gone the way Miami would have liked. And the fact that they've moved on from him so quickly means that, does a Kareem Hunt come in? Does a Alvin Kamara come in? Does friend of the podcast Myles Gaskin get elevated? Does Devon Achmed get elevated? We obviously saw him against the Lions. It also doesn't mean there's more outgoings, aka does Cedric Wilson get moved on? Cedric Wilson has basically become a glorified punt returner on a lot of money. Do they try and move on from Wilson and bring someone else? It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
So when I heard the Bradley Chubb rumors, the first thing, matter of fact, I think you asked me on the episode and you said, was I interested in Jerry Jeudy? I'm gonna be real with you, I'm more interested in Bradley Chubb than Jerry Jeudy. And that was, I think, I don't know if it was even a thing yet when you asked me that question. So the reason I'm more interested in Bradley Chubb is because it starts in the trenches. It begins in the trenches, bro. If you're a receiver, you're supposed to just catch the ball and run with the ball, avoid tackles. That's it. Just catch the ball. You feel me? The game starts in the trenches. With our receivers, yeah, we got Craycraft, we got Sherfield, and we already know who the two go-tos are. So I'm okay with the depth we have at receiver. The thing about D-line is, bro, we just paid Agba. I'm like, yo, can I get a like half of what you gave me last year? You know what I'm saying? Because if we could get half of what Agba gave us last year, that'll make us a little bit better on the D-line. Like, you can't say this defense is the same defense of 2020. You know what I'm saying? Or 2020. You can't say that. So here's my thing. I genuinely believe Bradley Chubb is Agba's replacement. Now, unprovoked, unplanned, but already. I'm just saying, like, listen, this is why you have Chris Grier as your GM, because he's able to put together these contracts and get out of them. Like, all of a sudden, yeah, you paid Cedric Wilson, yeah, you paid you paid Emmanuel Agba, but can you get out of them without getting smacked in the head with all the dead cap? And as of right now, if we moved on from Ced and Agba today, we're going to feel it. So I imagine that we're not moving on from Agba this season. And I imagine if we move on from Agba, it'll be a post-June 1st trade, in my opinion. That way you get hit with less dead cap. And I got the numbers in front of me right now. Post-June 1st, $2 million dead cap. I'm just saying. So shout out to Chris Grier. He knows what he's doing. I trust him. And I know everybody's on the, Chris Grier. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with people, man? So, nah, man, I don't even think we've done, if I'm being for real with you, Kadeem. And let me just speak about the logistics of it. Your DBs are banged up, Kadeem. In a perfect world, you have a nice D-line and nice DBs because they complement each other. But if you have a bad D-line, now you're asking your DBs to cover longer and more, and that's tough for them. So if you have a good D-line, you could kind of match some of your weaknesses in your DBs. So what we're doing now is, look, we're banged up at DB. So now we need the line to get to the quarterback. The line need to put more pressure on the quarterback. So when it comes to these Lamar Jacksons and these Josh Allens and these Patrick Mahomes, they don't have 7 seconds to throw the ball. The D-line has to get home, and we're hoping Bradley Chubb gets home. Shout out to Jason Keck. Bradley Chubb's going to get home, bro. He's going to get home, and we're not going to wonder why he's not getting home. Like, he's going to get home for sure.
It's interesting to go back to what, and I guess we've got to call him just now, friend of the podcast, OJ McDuffie said. He spoke, when we spoke about trades, I mentioned a DB or something like that. He said, can you find someone not off the street, but can you find someone to bring in mid-season who knows the Josh Boyer scheme? You've got your Chris Grier conduct hat on. You've clearly got that direct line to Chris Grier. Mm-hmm. Can you call Chris Grier to tell Josh Boyer, do not put Bradley Chubb in coverage? Listen, things we don't need to do. Do not put Bradley Chubb in coverage. The guy's going to get paid to rush the quarterback. Have him rush the quarterback. It's going to be interesting to see the rotation and the snaps, because now we've got Ingram, Chubb, Ogba, and Phillips. The fact that you can line up with Phillipson, Chubb, and then rotating Ingram and Ogba to all rush a passer, not drop into coverage. Listen, it's great. I'm sure at some other point we'll talk about what this Chubb deal does in terms of potential outgoings down the line, because once you take on Chubb's salary and pay Bradley Chubb, I guess this means the end of Mike Gesicki, Christian Wilkins, probably Zach Sealer. There's a lot of guys who, obviously right now, yeah, we've got Bradley Chubb, but in the back of the mind thinking there's not enough money for all of us, and I'm probably going to go. So, listen.
I like it, though. There isn't enough money for all of us, and somebody need to perform. How about that? Like, oh, I was about to buy a house in Miami. Oh, no, you wasn't. Like, somebody better get to moving. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't got no names out there, but I'm just saying, like, hey, somebody got to step up, bro. Like, we want a championship. Can you imagine being the GM of a football team and you say, hey, man, we appreciate everything you've done for us so far, man. Here goes the bag. And then that person starts playing, and then now the GM says, hey, bro, I got to move on from you and take some of this cash back because you making me look bad because I gave you that bread. So, unfortunately, I got to let you go. That's a tough conversation to have. And honestly, I don't even know if you have the conversation because you probably don't need to because everybody's millionaires and we already know the business and you just get shipped off like later on during the week. That's crazy.
It's interesting. So the San Francisco pick, Albert Breer just tweeted, the Dolphins got 3 first-rounders back in the deal for the 49ers did with Trey Lance. Miami have traded all 3 of them. The 21 pick package trade up for Jalen Waddle. The 22 pick sent to Chiefs for Tyreek Hill. The 23 pick sent to Broncos with Bradley Chubb. However, the San Francisco pick was also indirectly tied into the Laramie Tunsil trade.
I was about to say it, but go ahead.
So yeah, once Miami uses the 5th rounder they received along with Chubb, then that basically the Laramie Tunsil trade is now officially, or not officially, is now almost complete.
Yeah, you said official, but I'm gonna be real. That 5th could still get flipped.
100%. Like that Laramie Tunsil trade has, if you really look at what it's turned into, keep that on. Keep that on. Chris Greer, thank you very much.
Hey, listen. Laramie Tunsil, we appreciate you. That's why we celebrate Laramie Tunsil Day here on Go Time Dolphins. So, Bradley Chubb, welcome to the Miami Dolphins.